Today you saw two different decomposition reactions, which means that the reactions were breaking down. The first one was H2O2, which is hydrogen peroxide. This was a solution of hydrogen peroxide. It was a 30% solution, which means it was not a liquid because it was dissolved in water. So remember, that's AQ. Dissolved in water is aqueous. When you buy stuff in the store, it's about 3% from the store. So this was it was 10 times more concentrated than what you'd buy in the store. Now you actually witnessed a gas being formed, and this gas that was formed relit a glowing splint. So because it relit a glowing splint, you know that must have been oxygen. And when you write oxygen by itself, it must be O2 from Hanoff-Gilbriat, all our diatomics. Now there was another liquid still left, and looking at the formula of H2O2, if you take out some oxygen from this, it makes sense that the liquid left is water. So there's your liquid in the products, and then of course you need to balance this. And you should have realized that this felt very hot when it was done. So it released heat. Again, this was an exothermic reaction. Now, there was a catalyst in this reaction. The catalyst was MnO2, manganese dioxide. And whenever you have a catalyst, you write it right above the arrow. Let me pick a different color here. So MnO2 was a catalyst, and you just write that right above the arrow, like so. In the next reaction, you took water and you did what's called hydrolysis. So you took plain old water, which was a liquid, and you broke that up, and it actually broke up into two different gases. One of these gases gave a pop. So, you know what I want to do is actually I want to write down what the test was for here. So this relit the splint. Okay. One of these gases over here did a pop, and the other gas did a relight as well. So it relit the splint. So if it relit the splint, you know that's oxygen, the glowing splint relit. And a pop is like a mini explosion. And looking at the formula of water, there's only one other gas that this could have been, which is hydrogen. And so you saw firsthand how water can be broken up into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So you're going to go ahead and balance this equation as well. And you had to make this happen with electricity. So you would write electricity above the arrow. Electricity made this happen. Now we actually added an electrolyte to the water, so it had sulfuric acid in it, and that allowed electricity to flow because water does not have ions in it. So water would not conduct electricity without some sort of electrolyte, which we used sulfuric acid. And you can fill in your observations for these as well. What happened when the hydrogen peroxide decomposed? What happened when the water decomposed?